liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
4.
Let's talk shit in the basement. Let's talk shit in the basement.
Talk shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's talk shit in the basement.
Talk shit.
Let's talk shit in the basement.
Basement.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Daniel,
Yeah.
how you doing?
Oh, great.
Gabe,
Tyler, how are you? Dan, how are you?
Feeling great.
How you doing, man?
we're back. We survived the weekend. Me and Gabe had to work.
Yeah.
Dan, why don't you let us know what you did? Because you didn't have to do shit.
I got really fucking drunk. Like, really drunk.
Irish drunk or?
No, they can hold their liquor, like, to where I was sick and laying in bed feeling bad for myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Irish don't do that. They don't feel sorry for themselves afterwards.
No, they just beat their wives and go about
No.
their day.
They have no feelings
They have no
about life.
No.
Fucking gingers.
Are you talking about me?
No, I didn't say it. You know, nobody knows what you look like because you're on a podcast unless you throw a video up and then they'll know.
You're right. I could look like Arnold Schwarzenegger right now.
Yeah.
And no one would know.
Just ruined it for everybody.
Yeah. So everybody out there, just so if you've never seen me before in real life, I look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Last Action Hero.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that's
That
my
was a good
Arnold.
one.
With the members
yeah.
only jacket, too.
Yeah.
That's my Arnold. That's how I like to picture Arnold.
Which
That's
one?
what the way you like to picture yourself, too.
Yeah. Well, no, that's how I am, Gabe. Come on.
Which Arnold would you know?
No, I'm talking about the Last Action Hero.
Yeah,
Arnold.
yeah, I do that, yeah.
Because there's multiple Arnolds, you know?
Well, I was wanting to know which one would be the one he didn't want to look like.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Which, I can't think.
Junior Arnold? Or the one where he's pregnant? Is that Junior?
Yeah.
Oh, was it Junior?
I think it was.
Yeah, it sure wasn't Twins.
Twins is like Junior, but he's
Danny
not pregnant.
DeVito's
Yeah.
like his twin.
Yeah, yeah. So,
I want to picture myself as like the older Arnold in the newer, like, have you watched that Foo Bar, I think it's called?
no.
That's on Netflix. It's like his new show that he came out with. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not like Predator or Conan, but
Oh, I
it's
forgot
like an
all those
old
ones, too.
Arnold.
I
And he's
guess
just
I'm-
like, he can barely walk because he's just,
All beat up and all these joints are shot for doing steroids. And,
Did you ever watch that one where he was his daughter
was a zombie.
zombie? That was pretty good, actually. I didn't mind that
Zombie.
one.
Oh, I never. Speaking of joint, how's your wrist joint, Dan? Why don't you let us know what happened?
So,
Let's hear the backstory here, Dan.
I'm what you call an old piece of shit. And so, I've had a lot of issues lately with my arm,
With being a piece of shit?
with being a piece of shit. And so, like, went and got carpal tunnel surgery the other day. And the one thing everyone asks, did you beat off too much?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Duh.
I was thinking, did you finger yourself too much?
Yeah, that's...
Just my prostate.
So you're right-handed.
Yeah.
And it was on your left hand, though. That's what we're not understanding.
Yeah, that's where I'm confused.
I don't get it either.
Were you a switch hitter?
I wish I had that problem. I wish I had a big enough penis that I had to use both hands.
It's probably from all your hard labor throughout the years.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So you wish you could put both hands on your dick and jerk that way?
Yeah, a double jerker or something like that.
That would be amazing. I think Tom Jeffries could probably
Tom
do
Jeffrey
it.
does that,
Yeah.
but he doesn't do it for pleasure. He's just standing looking out the window. And that's at work.
I don't want Tom Jeffries to go to jail, man.
Tom Jeffries is a buffoon, a glumpus per se.
Yeah, Galumpas.
The Galampas.
He is. I love Tom Jeffries.
Tom Jeffries is going to do something amazing in his life, I feel, someday.
You should
It
sell
may
out.
not have happened yet, but
Well, we could sell autographed pictures of Tom Jeffries to the general public if they email us or something.
Yeah. Oh, email. Yeah. So speaking of email, listeners out there, we started an email for the podcast, and it is called Kryptonite Junkie 6969 at Gmail. I'll spell it out. KRYPTONITE Junkie 6969 at Gmail. So if anyone could email us and tell us how shitty we're doing, that would be great. Especially if they could say how shitty Dan's doing, that would be even better.
Or maybe you can give us some encouragement, you know?
Yeah,
that would be
too.
nice.
You guys,
yeah.
I mean, if
you know?
you're like, you guys are just great.
I
I got an encouragement one. This was from this person. It said, "You guys are awesome."
Oh, that was very nice of
Yeah.
them. That was awesome.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we got 2 emails.
That's
We got
fucking...
that, and then we got this one. It's from a little boy. Okay, I'll read it. It says, "Dear Tyler, my name is Jesus Salazar, and I love your show. I'm 12 years old, and I live in Buffalo, New York. I love Glampus, but my papa came home from the bar and didn't. He beat me with his belt to where I can no longer walk, and Mama left with my little sister Maria. Papa was arrested and lost his job, so now we have no food to eat. My family is ruining, and my papa keeps muttering about how he's going to find Tom Jeffries on the ranch and put him in the ditch. You and Glam has ruined my life and family. I hope Dan strangles you to death with a guitar string for being mean to him, and Gabe laughs, eat shit. Jesus Dolores Salazar. P.S. Bikers are gay as hell."
Holy shit.
Thank
man.
you, Jesus.
Yeah, that was
amazing.
that was a great one.
Talk about encouragement.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hope things go good for his family.
Yeah, I hope he can get it back together. Really, that's pretty brutal
Well-
for a 12-year-old.
I mean, hopefully his dad don't fucking find Tom Jeffries.
Yeah,
That dude's gonna fuck him up.
yeah, for sure. And I hope if he does find him, it's not another Tom Jeffries that had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like Tom Jeffries from Boston, not Austin.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Because that feels like a common white person name is
Yeah.
Tom Jeffries.
Yeah. So please fuck with the right Tom Jeffries,
Mm-hmm.
Papa. We don't want you to beat up the wrong Tom Jeffries.
Yeah, poor guy.
The-
He's just going on with his day, and he fucking gets side-swiped by some...
Yeah, he's out on
Crazy
his hog, fucking
Mexican.
revving up and shit, you know. He's like, "You Tom Jeffries, motherfucker."
You bastard.
Yeah.
Hey,
Pendejo.
if Jesus, if you're listening, I give you words of encouragement, and I hope your papa gets a job, and your mom comes back, and you grow up strong and cool. Unlike Tom Jeffries.
So it's Jesus. I said Jesus. I'm being politically correct.
Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, if Jesus, please give us an update on how you're doing. Your
Yeah.
family. And
Let's
if
hear
your
it.
dad actually found Tom Jeffries, that'd be great. And like, if you could film them fighting.
Oh, that would be even better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, nice little short, you know, of them going at it in the street.
We'll somehow try to figure out how to fucking
In
broadcast
Buffalo.
that into the world.
In Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
It's like the main event.
Tom Jeffries lives in Tacoma, though.
No, he wrestles at the Tacoma Dome.
Oh yeah, that's just
He's
where
he's a legend at the Tacoma Dome.
Okay, so that's it. Kryptonite Junkie 6969. If you want to email us, and you can ask us any question you want, like anything, and we will put it on the show, and we will talk shit about it.
Yeah. We'll answer any questions too. If you have any, like, anything out there that you're worried about or you need some advice on, you know, we can provide that for you. I think we have a good knowledge of the world and
Yeah, you know, we're gonna take care of Jesus' family.
Should we start
lead them down the right path? You know.
maybe like a not a GoFundMe, but something to where people can contribute to?
To Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel bad for this kid now.
yeah.
You know?
I know, poor guy. You know, he's gonna be in the Tom Jeffries story arc. That's for sure. We're gonna.
Or if we found out he probably got kicked out of his house, but we could like find out where he lives, and then you could send things to.
Yeah, like some nice pictures or something.
Like
know?
of a happy family, not his, you know?
Yeah.
Some newspapers to sleep with. The fucking Rocket Miner only comes out once a week. How are we supposed to fucking save those up, you know?
Yeah,
To
exactly.
fucking sleep with. Jesus Christ.
Do they even make newspapers anymore?
Yeah, how do bums sleep?
Exactly.
Seriously. No, they just got nice fucking tents from Dick's Sporting Goods and shit now.
You get enough fentanyl, you don't need a sleeping bag, or you don't need anything actually. Dignity.
No, let's just get Jesus hooked on
There
fentanyl.
you go.
That's the solution.
That's the solution to everything anymore.
This
Fentanyl.
poor 12-year-old boy that is going through a hard time. We should just make it better by getting him hooked on a narcotic. That's a good idea.
I think so. I mean, and then he could get clean and sober, and everyone can applaud him. You
And
know,
then he
like
can write a
wasn't
book.
a piece of shit, and then he can write a book.
Netflix special, all of it.
Yeah, how many dicks he sucked, and
And
He
we won't
overcame adversity.
We won't get any credit for it, you know that.
no, it was
But we
all-
don't need it, you know.
Pretty selfish of that kid.
We're self-righteous,
Yeah.
you know. We're not selfish.
We're gonna turn into a self-help podcast. We're done talking shit.
In fact,
Just bring us your problems
Yeah.
and we will
yeah,
solve
if
them.
you want to email your problems,
Self-help in the basement. Self-help.
uncertified.
Go down what?
I just to say, like, people with no experience whatsoever giving out, self-help advice.
I think that'd be great.
Let's help people in the basement. Let's help people in the basement. Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Disclaimer, we're not professionals.
No.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people out there in this world that need help, and if we can throw out a little bit of good advice, just email us. We'll throw out a little bit of help, maybe.
Yeah, I was surprised that email wasn't taken.
Yeah.
That is a great email.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe people don't think about kryptonite.
Maybe
and
it
Jones
was,
is-
but not anymore.
Well, maybe it's just 6'9", and I added the other 6'9".
Oh yeah, double 6'9s are better than 169.
Yeah, that's always the code to the bomb is 6'9". 6'9".
Maybe it was an abandoned email.
How do we get into the safe?
It's 6969, dude.
It was abandoned like a lot of the superheroes that Gabe knows about from back in the 90s.
Oh yeah, you should talk about that, Gabe.
All right.
Well, are we gonna talk about Tom Jeffries becoming a superhero?
Well, we can start off with so if anybody listened to the last episode, we got into it about Superman, right? And we created basically a Superman, which he was a little out of control, right? Well, I went down another rabbit hole thinking like there's got to be fucked up superheroes out there, right? So I Googled it and looked it up. I'm not a comic book expert, so if any of those, comic book nerds out there fucking listen to this, all I did was look them up, and this is what I came up with. And Marvel and DC were pretty fucked up back in the day. I don't really have timelines on a lot of these, but from what a couple of them I do. So the first one that I found, his name was Snowflame. And if you can guess what his great superpowers were.
Snowflame.
His name was Snowflame. And I guess
that's a contradiction.
yeah, he only appeared in I think 1 or 2 comics. He wasn't a very big star, but he was a Colombian, right? Who snorted cocaine, and that's where his superpowers came to be, was from the cocaine.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I wanted to
As
jump
of
out
life
balconies
today,
on cocaine.
What was his powers? Like he just wouldn't quit talking and he peed a lot?
Yeah. He held a
He was
half
just-
drinking beer for 86 hours.
He was annoying. He was just so annoying all
Yeah,
the time.
record.
And people ended up killing themselves because they couldn't stop.
He'd annoy crime away with... why would you call him Snowflake?
You know what? Dude?
I don't know, but-
Dude, he's got the perfect disguise though. So he gets down on the streets. He's snow flaming. This fucker's lit up, and he's just like everyone else. They're like, there's no fucking way this guy's a superhero. He's fucking jacked out of his mind just like us. And then he apprehends, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I bet he had a great mustache, though.
I was thinking, like, he annoyed people so much because he was so fucking high on cocaine that they ended up just killing themselves because they couldn't take it anymore.
Exactly.
And he just kept bugging them.
It was like Charlie Sheen or something.
Yeah, he knew every Super Bowl champion.
And he went in depth.
Chronological order.
He went in depth by each year.
And he knew the quarterback and everything.
Yeah.
Like, are you autistic or are you just high on cocaine? I don't know what the fuck's
And he's
going
probably
on.
making half the names up, too.
Yeah. He's like, I was there, Tacoma Dome.
Brad Aikman. Who the fuck was Brad Aikman? Well, it was Troy Aikman's cousin, and he's from Indianapolis. You're just like, okay, whatever, man. You sweaty fuck. Just keep
Yeah, he
talking.
played for OSU. You didn't know that?
Yeah. Where were you at, dude? They're like Super Flame or what's his name? Or
So
Snowflame.
Snowflame is his name. And you know what's... He was all white, pretty much.
Weird.
White hair. I
So
know.
did he have a glow to him?
I'm not-
Was the flame glowing?
No, he just was all white and then had like a white costume. But see, that's the thing. They didn't go in too in depth about these guys, so I don't
Probably
know.
had a killer Rolex, dude.
Yeah, he probably fucking had some nice
It was
chest
fake.
hair.
Yeah.
He had
Yeah,
some
and
good
he'd
old
always
chest
be
hair
showing
going
it.
out.
Yeah, he had some salt and pepper furry mask
Yeah.
poking out. Yeah.
Would there
Looked
be
like a Furby.
like one from the 2000s from Rock Springs called like Tweaky McMatherson?
Dude, we need to create that.
That's a good one.
That's in the Tom Jeffrey
Yeah.
story arc right
For
there.
sure. That is definitely a
You
super
gotta come
villain.
up with an origin story. It's like,
Oh, it's easy, right? They were in Rock Springs doing that.
Yeah. You know, he was at the local diner, you know,
pennies.
There you go. And somebody said, hey, let's do some meth. And they went out back.
It's like, I don't know, sir. What does it do to you? It's like, it turns all your bad feelings into good ones.
And you
Right?
come up with great inventions like turning a television into a time machine.
Yeah. It's like, I tried to put this radio back together and I still have 5 screws left over. I don't know. I must be a superhero. It
Yeah,
works.
for sure. It works great. And you're up for days.
I'm picking up fucking transmissions from Mars and shit, man. I rewired the coil.
Yeah.
Did they have any other disturbing ones?
Yeah, so this one was way interesting. Okay. So I got to... All right. So this guy was named the Hemogoblin.
I read about this one.
Yeah, the
Is this the one that
Hemogoblin.
like gave everyone AIDS?
Yeah.
Dude, no
The
way.
Hemogoblin.
Oh my god.
So
Yes.
what? This was like a South African superhero, right? And he's all pale, right?
And
And what he did was he'd go around and fucking bite people and give them AIDS.
wasn't he employed by a super racist
Yep.
like apartheid?
Yeah, it was a super. So basically, what it was is they said he was out to take out the black race, is what it was, and his name was the Hemoglobin,
Holy
and he would
fuck.
give him AIDS by by biting them.
So
This
what-
is a true shit. I looked this up. It's all on the fucking internet. So
So what was his origin story? He
he just was like a vampire.
San
He was like
Francisco
a
in the 80s.
yeah. He was doing a lot of fucking heroin, a lot of sharing needles. You know, I mean, and eventually he became a vampire.
And then he dies during the story arc, and then it's because they apprehend him, the heroes, but he bit each one of them, and then it ends the story with they throw out.
Who did he? What heroes
It
did
was
he
some
bite?
obscure kind of.
So it wasn't
Like Craven the Hunter.
So
He's-
obviously it didn't last very long.
Yeah.
I think he only did one comic.
Yeah, they're like,
They're like, this is not right.
dude, the janitor's black. What the fuck are you doing?
So I'm thinking that they were high. I'm guessing a lot of these writers who wrote all these superheroes were fucked up on whatever.
man.
That's my guess, because how do you think of these crazy ass ideas unless you're fucking
Or the editor
tweaked
is
out.
like, he's just like, fuck it. get it to print. Wasn't this gonna hurt somebody's feelings and make them feel bad? What are those? And
he edits how I edit the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't even listen back to him, and he's like, yeah,
Just
that's
goes
good.
for
They're
it.
like, dude, he's like, do you know what we're putting out? They're like, it's good.
You were making fun of a 12-year-old's family falling apart.
This was
Fuck it, send it out there.
this was 1988 too. So I mean,
Right at the height of the AIDS epidemic.
yeah. So it was
They're like, I got a great idea.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was going
Let's work
for.
off this AIDS thing.
Yeah, we can utilize this
Yeah.
AIDS stuff
There's
that's
a lot of
going
money
on.
in AIDS right now.
Let's make a comic book character out of AIDS. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Was Snowflame ever around Hemogoblin?
So that, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if
feeding
they,
him coke
because
and-
I don't think
all-
hemoglobin
So
lasted.
you can do coke with me, hemoglobin. You can't use my 100. You gotta use your own thing, your own $100 bill to
Yeah.
sort coke. I ain't getting your blood on me.
Yeah,
Well, you didn't know.
Oh, is that his thing? Like no one knew, and he's like, "Why the fuck's this guy biting me?
Yeah.
What the fuck?"
Yeah,
Oh, how did you know about this?
I read random weird shit,
Okay.
man. I get on YouTube and just zone out, and the most obscure shit pops up on there. And then I try to act intelligent, and I'm like, "Did you know about the current economical state of North Korea?" And the people are like, "No." And I don't think you know enough about it either.
do you know about this AIDS vampire that goes
Oh,
around
yeah.
in a comic
Except
book character?
If I start that conversation, they're usually like, "Oh, great! I'm talking to kind
Like,
of
this guy's fucked up.
Is he gonna stab me? Not yet."
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next one. There's this next one. His name was Codpiece. Okay. So
Siegfried and Roy.
I want to hear what you guys would think.
I think
Codpiece is.
Blackie Lawless from Wasp,
Who?
No. Yeah, that's a good one.
because
You're not making fun of Wasp though.
No, I like Wasp.
Okay,
Why
good.
were you about to fight me
Yeah.
over Blackie Lawless?
I was gonna flip this fucking bar over. I was gonna take
Are-
you to
is
the
Wasp a
ranch.
comic book
I was
character?
taking you to the goddamn ditch.
I don't know who Wasp is. Are you talking about the band Wasp? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. I was like, what?
Singers. No, it's like, you're probably thinking some racist thing because I said Blackie Lawless, and you think I'm just some racist because of our little talk about Hemogoblin. However, I'm not.
I didn't think you were racist.
Oh,
You
good.
came up with that in your own. You got defensive because you're white.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck? Quit being so white over there.
Sorry.
Okay, it's
What-
okay, Dan.
What did you think Codpiece meant?
Siegfried and Roy.
What, like two flamboyant guys with the tiger fighting crime?
Fucking doing air humps.
Riding a tiger into the air.
Yeah.
The tiger comes out with like big old wings and
Yeah.
he's just fucking flying.
Fucking, what the fuck was his name?
Liver.
Snowflame gave him that tiger a little bump.
Oh,
He-
yeah.
That tiger's like, I'll fucking fly wherever you want, dude, right now. I will fucking.
You know fucking Snowflake had fucking the best cocaine ever too. Because it's super cocaine.
Yeah, it didn't have any
It
baby
was like
laxative in
fucking
it, that's for
pure.
sure.
There's probably a couple, they have Pablo Escobar showed up in that comic book once or twice. And Griselda.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I bet for sure. If you're gonna
So-
make a Colombian cokehead,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
It
But
would
the
be
thing
against
is
Colombian
he's
law,
using
not
his own product, so he's not very trustworthy.
Maybe
in the cartel.
Snowflame was like he was like the Breaking Bad dude, but he was just like an old coke farmer, and he started his own shit, and then like a super spider or something, you know, like Spider-Man.
Oh, so irradiated cocaine found its way in his nose.
Yeah, he was just like some regular farmer just trying to take care of his family, you know, and then he did this fucking he went out to the bar with Pablo one night and fucking did a fucking uranium line or something.
Pablo killed his family.
Oh, there
And
we
he's
go.
got this, he like fell into like irradiated coke. Pablo pushed his face into it. And he's like, "Don't fight against my cocaine empire." And then the irradiated cocaine gave him powers. And then he's like, "I am now
Yeah.
Snowflame."
Oh yeah.
Dude, yeah, because it usually just kills regular people.
Yeah.
And he took it and he's like,
I'm going to kick some asses.
yeah. So then that's how Pablo Escobar died.
Damn, that's fucking good. That's way good because the radiated cocaine just gave him so much powers, but nobody else could snort it.
It's
and
called
he was the only one.
angel dust.
Yeah, before. No one else could snort it, then Hemogoblin came up and ripped a big old fat line. He was fine. But he had AIDS, so it didn't matter.
He's like, I'm going to fight everyone.
What was the one that you can't pull the sword out of the fucking...
Excalibur?
Yeah, he was like the Excalibur of
He's
cocaine.
like, I'm fine. He's like, that kills everyone that does that. He's like, I'm good. I have AIDS. What the fuck's he going to do to me? His AIDS blood, like, fought against it.
Yeah.
In his body. It's like, do not kill this man.
Hemogoblin.
This is our
just
holy...
fucking coagulated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. And then they became the tag team world champions at the Commodore.
Thursday.
A special guest referee, Codpiece.
Codpiece. Oh, yeah. We need to hear about Codpiece.
Okay. So, Codpiece was... I guess they kind of explained him as like this scrawny piece of shit type guy, right? In not those terms, but what I got out of it, he was just this like pussy, you know? And so then he ends up becoming so enraged with all getting made fun of and stuff. He makes this massive laser on his crotch area and it shoots fucking laser shit out of him. But he has this huge cannon to make it look like he has this big dick. That's what I got out of it.
And what? This is all in the 80s.
Yeah, this I don't.
Every one of these.
I'm guessing it is,
I-
but they didn't have a timeline on that one.
They're all.
his
These
name?
writers are all coked up, and it's like last
I
minute.
know,
they've
that's
been
what I'm
putting
saying.
shit off. It's like the scratching and they're drawing. It's like, okay, so this guy's got a big robot dick, and it shoots lasers, and they're like, all right.
Yeah, one dude's
Jack,
passed out. He's like,
hey Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, whoever, what are you gonna call this? And he's like, Codpiece. Brilliant. The next Captain America.
It's funny because there's always that one guy that's always talking about dicks and stuff like that in the in the writing room.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, this guy should have a huge, humongous dick. All right, Joe, come on,
And
man.
everyone else is kind of
We
like,
get it. You like dicks so much, drawing
being
dicks.
polite, but they won't say like, what's this deal with always liking these dicks?
All he wants to do is draw dicks all the time.
fucking Tom Jeffries fucking dick.
Oh, is that Tom Jeffries' claim to fame also other than big?
So I was thinking probably, yeah, if Tom Jeffries isn't good at shit, he's got to have a big fucking dick, right? Please?
Yeah. Sure.
Poor guy.
Please.
You want to give him something?
Yeah.
Okay. We
Poor
can
disadvantaged
pretend that he
wolf.
has this huge dick. Like, are we talking like novelty size dick, or are we talking like, above average dick?
Well, it's got to be proportionate to Tom Jeffries.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
It's like that well we were looking at.
probably
You know
about
what I
the
mean?
size of my arm.
Yeah.
But if we're talking...
With an apple on the end.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. Yeah. So that's another problem he's going to have to run into, though. Now he's got to get a different type of underwear to kind of control that fucking hog, right?
Yeah. Maybe we got to think of something about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have like these Codpiece and Snowflame and Hemogoblin are like kind of bad superheroes, and Tom Jeffries is here to rid the world of these guys,
Yeah.
And they're just like out just fucking shit up.
It doesn't sound like they're that good of supervillains. It'd be hard for Tom Jeffries not to walk over with like a croquet mallet and just fucking knock him out. The end.
Yeah, that's
He's all three of
okay,
them.
maybe like Codpiece.
I don't know
If you
about
can get through
Snowflake,
Codpiece,
though.
Just
knock
Snowflame, sorry.
Just get a mirror. Oh my god, that was easy. And then shoot the big
So
codpiece
Codpiece-
laser back at him.
Codpiece is more like the Archer dude on the Marvels. He stays back. You're not
Hawkeye.
going to engage him right away.
He's like that guy that has a fucking, 10-inch lift on his
Yeah.
truck.
He's got the balls hanging on the back.
He's overcompensating for something, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
But
And he
he's-
walks out with this massive
He's
cannon
up
on
on
his
White
dick.
Mountain just fucking throwing lasers
That
down
guy
at you,
worked-
and you can't see him.
That's a part-time employee at the Dutton Ranch, sir. Okay?
That's the guy that runs the Anteater fucking division.
And he'll walk up,
Ranch.
and he has his stupid fucking Wranglers pulled up to his tits, and he does that amble, and he says, I work at the Dutton Ranch. I know Rick personally. And then all the fucking dumb trailer trash bitches that, you know, have Toby Teeth hair, they all swoon. Yeah.
Until he whips out his cod piece.
And
He's
then
like, I'm gonna go fuck these chicks. That's probably what he says.
Yeah.
And then he pulls out the complete opposite of Tom Jeffries' dick.
So maybe that's where their secret hideout is the Dutton Ranch, and Tom Jeffries needs to find them.
There you go.
Under a
And
haystack.
he's just tromping through like the big pine trees, and he's taller than them, you know. And he's just... and like, you know, and Rip pulls up, and he just hits him, you know, because Rip ain't no superhero.
No,
he's
he
just regular man.
got a nice beard. That's it.
Yeah, they portray him to just be this tough guy, you know, because he
He
killed
didn't-
one or two people.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He didn't have a family and stuff. And he grew up hard.
So look at Jesus. You know,
There you go.
Maybe Jesus is the next Rip.
He'll take over.
Maybe I'll bring him down into my ranch
Oh, yeah.
and have him
Oh, really?
do some work.
What's the name of your ranch?
The rootin' tootin' cowboy shooting.
Yeah.
What was it?
It was,
you said it.
Yeah, you said the rootin' tootin'
I didn't know
cowboy
I didn't
shooting.
know he'd taken ownership of it. You know.
Well, no, just right here.
Oh,
This is the ranch.
Yeah,
so
the
you just have him
basement.
make drinks for you and
Yeah. Be like, hey, Jesus, you want me to slap the fucking shit out of you just so you fucking, like, you feel at home?
yes, Papa.
I gotta do a daily slapping of Jesus just so he's like,
So he's
you know,
back
no,
in line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just so he's like, he doesn't like have PTSD.
And then you hang up a picture of Rip above his bed.
Yeah, Rip's watching you.
Oh, yeah. Just this picture of him that's looking down on top
With
of him all the
googly eyes,
time.
too, and if you
And then every corner he takes in the house, there's a picture of Rip.
Yeah. He's like, Papa, why can't I have a supermodel picture like Heidi Klum or something on my bed like every other 12-year-old boy? He's like, nope, you're getting ripped, motherfucker, or I am. Yeah.
that was a dated reference. That's 30 years ago.
Yeah, I still might have my Heidi Klum
Really?
poster.
Nice.
Used to buy them at Walmart.
Yeah.
You'd have to sift through them.
Yeah, there was all kind. What was it? They had the ones that were all in the plastic, and then you like
Hastings.
Hastings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Hastings. That was a great place.
Yeah, it's weird. I just thought about that place the other day.
Like someone.
That's somewhere Tom Jeffries could work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Tom could work there.
Would you like to trade in your CDs? Discounted rate. Yeah, Tom. Take them to the back. We had a great deal on vinyl today.
Yeah. They're like, Tom, you keep putting the wrong price tag on the 311 CD. It's actually $11.
Not $9.99.
Yeah.
Come on, Tom. Seriously, we're gonna have to take it out of your paycheck if you don't fucking get it right. This is the last time.
So Tom goes home and he's plotting, you know, because Hastings is just really being a fucks to him, you know. He's plotting his fucking... No, because Tom can't be a villain, too. We can't just have all these villain motherfuckers.
Well, he started out somewhere. He's a villain now.
Well, I
Back
mean,
in the
he's
day,
angry.
he worked
Like,
at
he's
Hastings.
angry. His life has not gone the way
He's
that he
angry
wanted.
they closed Hastings.
Oh, there we go. He loved
That was
Hastings.
his job.
Yeah, he loved
I
Hastings
mean,
so
he just
much.
had... Like, he didn't know what else to do. He'd show up, they're like...
Yeah.
Sometimes they didn't even pay him, and Tom didn't know.
They paid him in coffee beans from the
Yeah.
barista side.
Yeah, they threw him a couple chocolate-covered ones, and he's like, this'll do.
It's like Office Space when they sent that guy down in
Milton?
down in the basement. He's like, I haven't got my paycheck. I haven't got my paycheck in 2 weeks. Like, well, if you could take this can of spray and get rid of all the roaches, you know.
Do you call your boss Lombard?
My boss,
Lombard?
Wasn't that his name? The guy
Lombard.
from Office Space
Yeah.
that everyone hated.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
He'd always
I
come
probably
in.
got it wrong. I know it started with an L.
I think it was
The guy
Lombard.
that had the coffee
Yeah.
cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need you to. Your TPS reports aren't right. You want to move on to the next one?
Yeah,
I
let's
got
go.
another
So
one.
we're getting a really good cast of characters here.
So this one was pretty interesting to me. So her name was Big Bertha, okay? And what she did, she would blow up to this humongous fat chick, right? And her normal size was like this model hot chick, but then she would blow up to this enormous woman named Big Bertha, and she would have superhuman strength, and she could stop trains and shit like that and lift all this heavy stuff. But to get herself back down to her normal size, she had to throw up all of her stuff.
So an anorexic.
Her weight. Yeah,
bulimic,
so it's like a
one of the
bulimic. It was like a bulimic superhero.
Wasn't she also part of like some obscure? It's not even like the Avengers. It's like the Midwest Avengers or something like that.
Yeah. So what they were saying, I don't know too much about these comics. They were like kind of offs of like the main superhero ones. So it was just kind of like but they still came out with a comic.
Yeah,
with these
and they
people
had like they were the crappiest super. Because there's one that was like Squirrel Girl, and it's like, what's her powers? Well, she can talk to squirrels. Fucking.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like these guys were so fucking high, and they ran out of ideas, and they're just like, "Oh, dude, that squirrel talked to me. Let's fucking make a fucking superhero out of this." Yeah, Squirrel Girl.
We can do better than that. I mean, even on the bad ones.
I know. And I'm not even high on cocaine right now.
No, imagine.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do? Tom Jeffries, is that because he has to have a superhero name? It's Tom Jeffries slash right Clark Kent slash
the Golden Rod.
The Golden Rod. That's a good one.
Well,
since he's got a decent sized dick.
That's the only thing you can do to
I was just thinking, you don't want to build him up too much. I mean, it is just a really big.
Well, no, this is this is the Tom Jeffries story arc. We'll have different ones,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like where Superman comes in and
right.
Yeah, because all of them basically just come together, and they all
have them all just shooting off in different, but towards the end,
and then they break them.
Dude, like Game of Thrones, it's just gonna come.
So it could be Infinity War for really crappy
for
superheroes,
shitty superhero.
Yeah. So Big Bertha's probably
they fight in San Francisco in the homeless shelters and stuff.
Yeah, we could probably film that in real life. And just say that it was. There's codpiece with the laser.
We're here on a Tuesday.
Yeah. We flopped some fucking Lunchables.
We found snow flame.
You could have a villain called Flophouse.
A villain?
Yeah, and he fights Tom Jeffries.
So is that his main nemesis? Flophouse?
Flophouse.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Dan. No, it's not Flop. Oh, no, Flop. No, it's a nanny house.
That's what. Okay.
The nanny house.
It's just a woman that's.
No, that's
a prostitution house.
A muffin wallapa.
Muffin wallapa.
The nanny house is where the prostitutes stay.
Yeah, that's their brothel. The muffin walloper is the gossiper, that's not married or has
Maybe
anybody.
She could come in and just talk shit in Tom Jeffries' ear.
Yeah, she's like, "Did you hear about so and so?
Did you hear what Conpiece did the other day? He got all the way up on White Mountain and just throwing his lasers down, and no one could tell him to stop because he was so far away."
Snowflame's been giving out bad shit around town.
Yeah.
Snowflame is banging Big Bertha. I hope you realize that.
That didn't come from me.
Yeah. When she's big, not when she's small.
Yeah.
He likes them big.
Yeah. He don't give a fuck. He's on coke.
So Big Bertha would go eat at Golden Corral to get small again.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Yeah, that was
it. She
it.
has to eat to get small.
She'll puke
No,
out.
she
That's
just.
What I'm getting at.
What I got was that she blows up when she wants to, but to get down to size, she has to throw up however big she got. So if she gained like 100 pounds, she had to throw up 100 pounds of whatever she was.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They're like, you're seriously still fucking throwing up, Bertha? What the fuck?
Or
Yeah.
they just give her a shot of that garbage Wyoming whiskey, and then she just puke all over the place.
Yeah, that shit does suck. By the way, whoever the fuck made that, you suck.
What is it?
That might be good now.
Wyoming whiskey.
had to came from close by the ranch.
It was actually
Came from the groundwater.
It was made by the former governor's brother.
Oh, then fuck.
Who's
he's
the former governor?
Matt Mead. So he's gonna send down his Dutton goose.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Tyler. You're
Dead.
dead first.
Yeah, they got my IP address.
They're coming after you. We better go to Russia now.
Yeah.
You know, we better head out.
Yeah, Putin, fucking send a chopper.
Yeah.
Come get us.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty
There's
good.
a couple more, but you get the point, you know.
We'll save them because we'll...
Marvel and DC were pretty fucked up in their own right, you know. This is what, on a closing statement on this, I wish they would bring these characters back into nowadays and create a whole new
Team woke.
and see what happens to them after.
See.
Yeah.
Well, first, I don't think anybody today reads comic books or anything. I think it's all, if it's not a movie, they don't have time for it.
That makes sense.
And then second, if the only time it would happen is after someone has their meltdown over something they're not even interested in, they just had to make a scene out of it.
Yeah, they had to get everybody riled up.
Look at what I'm sad about, and I made a TikTok video for.
I can't believe it.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
I didn't get cheese on my eggs.
All right. We'll continue with the super human.
Sad superhero stories.
Yeah, and then we'll people listening, and if you want to email kryptonitejunkie6969 and give us some input on like how you want to think this story should go. Like, this is Tom Jeffries, like, into the universe of superheroes right now.
We're on the fucking ground floor here of creating probably a better superhero than Superman.
You guys want to see like the 8th time they've redone Batman or Superman, or do you want to see the first time they do Tom fucking Jeffries?
Do you think sliced bread came out sliced in the beginning? No.
This, like, we're slicing it right now. We don't even have the machine. We just got a dull knife.
We're just barely fucking hacking away at that
Working
bread.
our way up to surgical
Nice hot
precision.
loaf coming out.
Speaking of story arc things, we'll do Dan's animal segment.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting all week for this.
So we're gonna do Dan's. Well, I'll say it. I think I got a new little
Dan's
song.
knowledge of animals is so widespread.
Okay, this is Dan's 10 weird facts about animals.
Yeah, that was the most appropriate intro I think this deserves.
And I'll let Dan explain to you what this animal is. And like I said, this is animal number 3. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to do an 8-animal bracket. And then they're going to choose their own WWF superstars and have a big fucking brawl and see who's the number 1 animal of this world.
At the Tacoma Dome.
The Tacoma Dome is the last brawl, and then we're gonna burn that motherfucker down. The Tom Jeffries is gonna fucking throw flaming fucking railroad ties at it. So I'll let Dan have the floor.
Thank you, Tyler. This week's animal is the lemur. Yeah, these are. There's only one place to live. Do you guys know where it's at?
The jungles of Colombia.
No. Wrong continent.
Australia?
No, it starts with Africa.
Oh, the fricas.
Right off the coast of Africa, there's a place called Madagascar.
Oh.
The only place?
Yes.
The old fricas, you know?
God, we're better than school. Kids, parents just take your kids out of school, listen to this shit.
Yeah.
And they'll be fine.
You got animal facts. You got world life situations. You got all kinds of things going on here. You know what I mean? It's amazing.
It's your choice if you don't want your kids to be smart.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying.
That's all we're saying.
Yeah, culture, entertainment, and just an all-around good feeling. That's what you get from this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Dan. God, Dan just started out with the fire.
Yeah. Woo. It's hot in here, man. It's
Dude, I got
hot.
fucking snow flames a little bit.
So there's 100 species of the lemur, and they're not all segregated to that one island. There's like a couple, but they're all in the same area. Okay.
100?
Well, 102 if you want to
Holy
get
shit.
specific.
That's quite a bit.
But the smallest, the Madame Spur, is like a mouse species.
Hold on. Madame?
Yes.
Madame's foot stuck in the dough?
Yeah, that's what the joke came from. The Madame Lima. That's right.
That Madame Lima. Sorry, Dan. I had to throw it out.
I get it. And the largest is the size of a child. Now,
Wow.
Okay, wait.
okay,
Are we-
What child?
like a
Like a Columbus child? Like Columbus growing up? And
no, this
Okay,
like
just-
a regular
Average.
child from like a first world country.
Okay. When he got cheese on his egg.
Yes.
Okay. Or she, or whatever.
Yeah, we're not gonna segregate the
He had plenty of chips.
Yes.
Is
the
what we're
gender,
saying.
but it was definitely a child.
Okay, so we're talking, what, 30, 40 pounds?
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So kind of close to the anteater. So we got a good brawl going on.
Oh, yeah. That's
They're all about the same weight.
Yeah.
same weight class.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
So
gotcha.
that's why we're doing this. You know, we're not gonna like put like a fucking African lion against these motherfuckers or anything.
No.
That'll be a different bracket, which we'll come up with later.
Heavyweight bracket.
That's like the African
You got
lion,
like
a great white
middleweight,
shark,
heavyweight.
fucking green anaconda, the crocodile.
Yeah, I
from
don't think
Lake
it'd be
Placid.
fair to put like predators in the same.
No, that'll be another bracket.
Yeah, as long as we keep with these.
But then we'll have a tournament of champions.
Yeah.
Ooh,
we
that's
could call
it.
just
Right there.
soft ass weirdo animal. You know, it's like the intercontinental champion. It's not the heavyweight.
Yeah. Nobody cares about the Intercontinental
No.
Champion.
Yeah, no. It's be like, does that mean like Canada? And be like, yeah. Well, that's where Bret Hart's from. He was badass. Just change the subject. And it's a female dominant species.
Oh,
Yeah, so they'll basically kick the dudes' asses and steal their food.
bunch of simps running around.
Yeah, yeah, they just do whatever the chicks tell them to. You know. Yeah.
The original sin.
The original
The
sin.
original simp.
That's why they're on an island.
That's
by
why
themselves.
it's Madame.
Dude, I got it.
That makes sense.
Oh,
No, I won't, but that's going to be a song. The
What is-
original simp.
the original Simp or Simp Island.
Yeah.
Simp Island, that's a good one.
That's a
too.
good one
Ooh,
too.
The island of Dr.
The
Simp.
cuckold,
Island.
the cuckold lemur.
Hawaii of cucks.
The Madagascar cuckolds.
They're-
That's a football team.
For real?
I just made it up.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. And by football, he means soccer.
Yeah, soccer, footy. The footy.
They're not very good, obviously.
Yeah.
So they're something that's needed for their environment because they disperse all the seeds and pollen and everything, and it's not by like pooping it out like you think. It's because they crawl through everything, and then it gets caught in their fur, and then they go throughout all these places they live, and that's what the biodiversity is based off. Is these animals getting out and just fucking around, man. You know.
So the lemur, we need the lemur.
You would, yeah. It's like the bumblebee of
Oh,
mammals.
there you go.
Wow.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
But they're only in the fricas.
Yes, yes. The fricas. Here's a fun fact. Other than humans, they're the only primate with blue eyes.
Oh,
Yeah. And have you seen these?
that's
things?
pretty gangster.
Well, they got like these big bulgy eyes stick out beyond their kind of skull per se when you look at them. So it looks like they got bug eyes, big bug eyes, blue-eyed bug eyes.
Oh shit!
Yeah, with a raccoon-like tail,
Did you ever see those people that can pop their eyes out that far?
like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, that's crazy. If you ever get a chance, YouTube that.
That might be a like a superhuman.
Yeah, that's
trait,
that's a power
yeah,
for
that's
sure.
Definitely a power.
Because I'd be afraid my eye would pop out of socket.
It's, could happen.
Dissocket eye. That's a good band name.
Dissocketed eye.
Yeah.
So they call him Mickey Lemur Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
Mickey Blue Eye. New
I know these fucking
York.
guys that are like,
New
they go
York.
check every fucking lemur and like, yep, his eyes are blue. They're like, every one of these motherfuckers' eyes are blue. Even the
Yeah.
little mouse fucking one.
What happens if you have a brown-eyed lemur? You know what I mean?
It's gonna have to go in a different category.
Yeah, they kill it right away. Since
Yeah.
we don't want to do the research,
Like,
we're just
take
gonna
it to Yellowstone,
fucking kill
Put
it.
it in the fucking ditch.
Yeah.
No, it goes to the anteater
Yeah.
farm off to the side, of course.
Oh, maybe they'll make a super anteater with ant lemur.
Ooh, an ant
Oh.
lemur
Okay.
hybrid.
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 This is another fact. They're kind of like Tyler. They'll self-medicate, and they get high off. They get high off of eating these toxin-filled millipedes, but it's mainly to kill the worms. So, it's like they get high, but also it kills all the parasites that they catch from running around in the jungle eating random fucking weird shit. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Fucking ecosystem.
How they realize what to do like that? It's like, hey, we have all these parasites. We need to figure out how to not have these parasites. So let's eat this other thing that's going to control that.
Yeah, it's just
Well, maybe they hang out.
they're like, we want to get fucked up too, though.
Yeah, that's it right there, right?
They're like, fucking Snowflame rolled through and he was all fucked up. Like he was having a great time.
And I was hanging out with the koala last week, so I don't know what I know.
Yeah.
So how do I get rid of it?
Yeah.
And they don't have like Valtrex over there.
No, they got maggots with toxins.
So there's the oldest primate around. They actually used to hang out with dinosaurs.
Lemurs?
Yeah.
So they're a primate?
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Yes, they're primate.
Whoa.
I didn't
Oh yeah,
know.
you did say that because they're a color of their eyes, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So they were dinosauring, huh?
Yeah, they're
Holy
prior.
fuck.
Damn.
You know, riding around on
So
brontosaurus
they-
back or something.
Yeah. So they obviously can get along with pretty much anything, you would think,
Yeah,
at this
dude,
point.
I mean,
They're not like a piece of shit like the koala.
koalas are just.
I'm
you know,
picturing a lemur is just chill, hangs
lemurs
out.
rolling into the club, dude.
Yeah.
All white.
Fucking
like,
chain,
Yeah.
you know.
He's got a fucking goddamn anteater chain or what was it? An anteater?
He has a maggot chain
yeah,
because
just
he's
hanging
fucking,
down.
yeah, or
Well,
whatever they're
Big
eating.
ass dick.
Yeah.
They gotta have something because this leads into the next part. So they have competitions on who can stink the most to
nice.
maintain territory and also for mating.
Ooh.
So they put out on their wrists and their necks this just atrocious smell, and they'll go around and cover everything for territorial, and then also when they're trying to hook up, the males try to outstink the other males. So
Not like the satellite.
yeah, and most of those people have
Hey,
blue
listen,
eyes.
we have a lot in common. You know what I
You guys
mean?
are just a shitload of lemurs down there. Taking
With
this
a nice
fucking
strong
place up.
musk.
Okay.
Except for there's a little dab of Stetson in there too.
Yeah.
And I don't think, a lemur smells of dip spit or Pall Malls. But I could be wrong.
Marlboro Reds.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they got a good musk to them, huh?
but we're getting to the sad part.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Man.
Are we going to talk about the E word?
Well, there's one E word. It's called the most endangered
Oh,
mammal.
the E word.
Yeah, because 24% of their habitat has been destroyed.
Really? Who's fucking with Madagascar? What the
Yeah.
fuck's good there?
They got
You
people
got gold or something?
coming through, and they're like, "I need this for farmland."
From Madagascar?
Yeah.
Fucking dicks. There's plenty.
I mean,
Just go to another country, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Madagascar is like probably the coolest name too, I would say. If you can think of any other name for a place.
Tasmania sounds pretty cool.
That does sound cool.
Transylvania.
But then I worry about the Tasmanian devil.
We can't talk
he
about
was
that
a dickhead.
because that's a violent animal.
That's true.
Well, we might have to talk about that.
Excuse me.
I'll bring it up to a happy part again.
So what? Let me ask a question though. While we're still on this, they're not killing them for like, rugs and shit and to eat them, but they're just destroying their habitat.
People will trade, so the animal trade. People want a pet.
A pet
how
lemur?
we were talking about like who has a pet anteater or something like that.
Yeah.
So people actually want a pet lemur, and so they'll have the babies stolen. And then,
Fucking humans,
yeah, but
then if they can't get dirty and stinky, like right, they're doing the ecosystem fucking work.
yeah,
So like if we're gonna take them, the ecosystem. Like,
Fucking
Christ.
just because
Yeah.
people want something to hang
It's
out
like shark
with.
fin soup. You
Yeah.
know?
yeah. Who wants to hang out with a stinky lemur?
Who wants to go to the satellite?
Well,
You know who? Me, once every 2 years to feel better about
There
myself.
you go.
you walk in, you go, yep, it's just exactly the same.
I have a better dental plan than the whole bar. And then I turn around and I walk out.
2 years on the dot.
They're called the Gem of Madagascar.
Oh man,
That
and they're the
cool?
gem of Madagascar. What the fuck?
What do they mean by gem? Like jade or
Like, that's
crystal?
the most appealing thing I think
Diamond?
about Madagascar.
I think
Really?
gem just incorporates
It's
all
like you're
of the gems
building up
together.
this animal by saying it's a gem. Like, if you talk about somebody, you're like, yeah, they're a real gem. Mm-hmm. You know?
Man, they must be really top notch.
Has anybody called you a gem?
I have, but not in a very endearing fashion. Yeah. They're like, yeah, you're a real gem. And then I put my
Brett he walks into the satellite. Like, there's that fucking gem. Comes in here every 2 years and looks around like a fucking dick, and then just walks out.
there's old Mr. Toothy McTootherson smiling.
Take a big drag of their Marlboro. There's that cocksucker. Fucking gem.
He always
Yeah.
comes in with a suit.
It looks like, you know that comet? That super flame or snow flame? I keep saying super. I don't know. Super flame.
Super
that might
flame.
be one.
There you
He
go.
hangs out with Hema Gobbler.
Yeah, they're tight.
They're bros for
Very-
sure.
I don't really want to get into that origin story.
No, we'll
No.
say that. We'll talk about that
Yeah.
off air. Make sure you email us, and we'll email you the Super Flame origin story. We can't say that out loud.
And the final fact of the old lemur is in October, the very last week of October, is World Lemur Celebration Week.
Is
Really?
it-
just in Madagascar?
Wait, hold on
though?
a second.
It's supposed to be over the whole world, but
Can you say lemur one more time?
lemur.
Lemur?
No, he said it weird.
You said it
He
different.
said it like Le Mans.
Lemur.
He said it like you were
You said you like your
French.
French. Lemur.
Like Lemur the
Lemur?
Submariner.
Is Madagascar French dominated?
I think so. Or English.
I was busy checking up on an animal, not the
Lemur.
geopolitical landscape.
Is that it, Dan?
That's about
Good job, Dan.
Yeah, that
or
was good.
12.
I like that.
That's Dan's. That's Dan's 10 weird facts about animals. 10 weird facts about animals. That's Dan's 10 weird facts about animals. Good job, Dan.
That song was way better than the intro, to say the least.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do something different for you every time. That's how much
Yeah,
I care
I
about
love it.
You, you know?
I love it.
Thanks.
The lemur is an interesting animal to
I'm gonna
me.
say this out loud, but I gotta take a piss.
Me too.
So I'm gonna. we're gonna pause and we're gonna come back and there's gonna be a weird thing, folks listening, but we're gonna roll right back into it.
Rolling back in.
This is Fred J. TV.
Give him a little props for this. Fuck yeah.
Good job, Fred. This is good, man.
Yeah. It's a fucking hit. Cheese.
Dan goes down to Albertsons and buys a bunch of cheese.
A couple pounds.
You ain't ever had that government cheese, though.
What in the fuck?
Yes.
So we pulled this up on... I'm gonna pause it. We pulled this up on YouTube, and then this black guy singing about cheese, and then the next video was a neo-Confederate meeting.
What
the fuck's going on? Oh, it's Saturday Night Live. Oh, okay. I'm like, what?
I was wondering what your search history consisted of,
Let
Tyler.
me look up whale dick.
Well, dicks and Confederate flags.
Every which way you can do a Confederate flag. Confederate flag casserole.
Confederate flag cookies.
Dude, that's a good song.
Yeah.
Gabe, you want to explain that song?
Basically, my kids found it on YouTube, and it's been stuck in my head for probably over a year now. I thought I'd share it with this podcast because it's fucking catchy. So if you ever listen to the whole song, it's cheese as in cheese. Cheese.
I'll start playing it when I'm just eating cheese around.
Yeah,
the
it's
house
fucking
now.
good, man.
Dude, when I'm coming for my entrance song at the Tacoma Dome, it's gonna be that. It's gonna be that totally.
Yeah. So, one thing is I want to give props to that Fred J. I think you need to come out with another hit. You know, I think it was fucking good.
Yeah, Fred J, if you're hearing this, dude, we got. I don't know where you're from, not like if you're in Lemurville or wherever. We're worldwide, dude. We got listeners from Estonia, Bangladesh, Ecuador,
Did you ever think
Brazil.
if he's singing about cheese, he's probably from Wisconsin?
That's true.
What, dude? What
But
about
everybody
Switzerland?
likes cheese.
What do you think? Just
Who
Wisconsin
doesn't
is
like
the only
cheese?
cheese place,
He
Dan?
speaks English, Tyler.
Okay.
Yeah, I pretty much narrowed it down. Great detective. I gotta pretty much solve all these supervillain mysteries.
So I want to ask a question. If you are allergic to cheese, you probably still love cheese. So I'm guessing 97% of the world likes cheese.
What about lactose intolerant?
You still like it, you just can't have it.
Yeah, dude. It's hard to trust a human that doesn't like cheese.
Yeah. The thing is I want to step in cheese with my feet.
Feet cheese.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't eat it off my feet, but I would definitely step in it.
Feet head
Like
cheese.
some Velveeta cheese. Like, you know how they smash grapes with their feet? You know, you can do,
See, I like-
do like some feet
I like cheese so much that I'm angry when you say that because you're wasting
Can
good
your
cheese.
feet touch your mouth?
I might. Let's see.
Because that would be a waste if you had cheese on your feet and you got in the shower. I would make you lick it.
You
Or
could,
I'd lick
you
it
could,
off for you.
you could use some chips. You could get some chips.
Oh, chip it up.
Chip
yeah.
it up off your foot.
Dude, now you're thinking. Pour a little salsa on it.
Yeah, yeah. Make a little nacho cheese feet. Nacho feet cheese.
Gabe, I'm looking at these notes. Gabe is a very stand-up human being, and me and Dan are kind of pieces of shit, but Gabe comes up with notes for us every week to talk about on the podcast, talking points, and I'm looking at this one, and it's great. He came up with one that was, there's human zoos
There used to be.
displayed savages or people who didn't believe in Christianity in the 1900s. Can we talk? Because we did the cheese, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Let's hear about that, Gabe.
back in the day, and this wasn't that long ago, really. So it was like 1900s, probably even earlier than that. you obviously had your like sideshows and shit like that. So they would have like Aborigines or, you know, people from Africa. They would have them as sideshows, and they would capture them in slavery pretty much and put them in the circuses and shit like that. But then they started doing things in like New York City where they would take like a Filipino person and they would put him in like
a pig. They had a pygmy, right?
Yeah, pygmy and different types of races, and they would put him in these like enclosures, and people would watch him, just day-to-day stuff, because they didn't know anything about it.
Like David Blaine.
Yeah. except for they didn't have a choice in being there.
It was what they might call dehumanizing. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, they had these all around, but there was some in the States too.
Really?
Like the Jim Rose sideshow only.
So then these people just be in cages, like the
open air cages. Yeah. They were just basically roped off at the zoo, at like the Brooklyn Zoo.
Like, get in. We're heading up to the Tacoma Dome.
They would steal these people and throw them in these zoos, and this, like, literally, this is what 100 years ago, and if not, probably longer. I mean, it's probably been going on for a long time, but it entered the States in like New York and a couple other places. They would have these, and I think this went on for a good while throughout the 1900s. So I was just reading about it one day, and I was like, wow, that's interesting to me, because it's so crazy.
Well, if you think about the outside of like that, then there was like the oddity side where you'd have someone like Tom Jeffries who they were just so strange, but they had no real employment options because Hastings wasn't around at the time, so they just go with Barnum Bailey.
Yeah.
And, like,
massive
just sit there
man,
and be big and weird.
Yeah, they were checking him out for his physical, and they're like, well, he's retarded. He's got a big ass dick.
He's got a bigger dick than the giraffe.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go with that.
We're gonna cover his whole body besides his dick, and we'll just leave his dick hanging out there. And we'll like draw pictures on it and stuff.
Yeah. Like make people like choose what kind of animal dick it is. Like, is this an elephant dick or a giraffe dick?
It's like
or a blue whale dick.
Which Jackass was it where they had Pontius's dick and he was like Godzilla?
But fucking goddamn Tom Jeffries would be Super Godzilla or Mecha
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
They could dress him in anything, you know, silverback gorilla, Tom Jeffries. Godzilla Jeffries. Was that the moth one? The moth thing that fought Godzilla?
Mothra.
Yeah.
Mothra Jeffries.
Mm-hmm. He could do all kinds of different things.
Man. You know, the more and more I think about it, the more, like, Tom Jeffries, yes, he sucks at everything. But the more and more we create for him, he's going to have a pretty good life, you know, after...
Yeah, all he needs is a creative team around him, and then, you know, he could inspire to be all kinds of cool things.
Have a better PR team for an imaginary person than most celebrities have.
Yeah.
So, another thing I wanted to bring up about this human zoo thing was that nowadays it's pretty much the same thing, but we have social media, so people are videotaping all these crazy ass motherfuckers running around, and it's kind of the similar deal that we have, except for these people aren't, you know, slaves or anything. They're just fucking, we're just watching crazy ass people fucking beat up McDonald's employees that are just trying to make a living.
What was the name of that guy that you got a signed picture of, the one who jumps through glass tables and...
Oh, Superhuman.
Superhuman. That's what I think of when he's talking about this.
Yeah. This is for all the juggalos and juggalettes. I'll show you Superhuman.
Okay.
It's fucking tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he's a little on the spectrum. It's fine. Which I think
is he a juggalo?
So high. yeah.
He likes the insane clown posse, huh?
Yeah, so that's where like,
I can see him at the gathering.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, makeup and all.
He's drank the most strawberries Fuego ever in the earth.
Check that out.
Fucking but he jumps on, like, he does, like...
hardcore wrestling kind of...
And he just jumps on, like, light bulbs and fucking runs into fridges and shit. It's pretty badass.
But he looks nothing like a wrestler.
No.
It's
big, small?
Sad.
Is he like...
He's a small
fella? Kind of frail?
Kind of might... When Tyler says he's on the spectrum, that's a nice way of saying he might be slow.
Okay, gotcha. Little cognitive delay there.
But then you think of the many people who just are so deprived of attention that they'll put
That's
themselves
true.
through that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all human zoo on the old socials.
Thirst traps or trying to promote some type of scam. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody wants some clout in this life, right? That's why I'm gonna have a lemur on my shoulder all the time.
Yeah.
Stinking the place up because it's
always smelling
season.
like fucking lemur stink.
Lemur. For
Parrot
men.
lemur. I was gonna read something, so we have a group text, and I was just rolling through it and said that I had trisomy 21. Dan said that. Anyways, but I was gonna read something about Dan made up this thing about
okay, Twilight.
Yeah, dude, it's great.
Well, okay, let me preface all this first because anyone that's watched Twilight knows that it's the worst movies ever made, and I was with this trollop of a human being that I agreed to watch.
Say her name.
Oh, I'm not gonna give that thing any recognition. Anyway,
say his name.
I watched this garbage movie with it, and it's the stupidest, and it's bad acting. And then if you think about it, put it into context, these are 300-year-old vampires hanging out at a fucking high school, creeping on fucking these sad girls that have fucked up home lives.
Yeah, what'd you call them, though? What were their names?
What's that?
You called them groomers.
Well, you go ahead and read the text because there's a lot of it.
So Dan said, the original groomers, 300-year-old predators hanging out in high school to hang with emotionally vulnerable girls. Every bro's wet dream. And then all the vampires coincidentally wear Letterman jackets in an isolated Alaskan town full of destructive teenage girls from single-parent households. And then the werewolves are simps who disagree with the flat-brimmed hat and off for two, sweating hackers pouring the coals to these twits. But they think that just to play it cool, they will get some rebound pussy and maintain that nice guy status. I think that's great. Yeah.
Would think anyone would pay to see this movie?
Yeah.
That's
30 Days of Sims.
What are those like notes that like for people who are in like school that want like quick notes for whatever subject they're doing? Cliff notes. Cliff notes. That's the Cliff notes
version of this movie.
Yeah, that was the back of the book.
Yeah. Oh. That was the only thing I read when I had to do a book report in high school.
The movie I came up with in that small little paragraph, if even that, is far more entertaining than the actual three movies, I think, or more for that garbage Twilight. And then you think about how many people's moms were goo for that movie, because I know a lot of my buddies' moms. I'd argue with them. I was like, "You understand? You're cheering for some pedophiles, basically. These vampires are." Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Team Jacob or Team
Yeah, if I like
how
walked
long
up
ago
on
was
some
that
chick and tried
movie
to
out?
suck on their neck, I'd still be in jail.
Right?
They're like, "You piece of fucking shit." But if I was like, "No, wait, I'm a vampire," and they're like, "Okay."
Oh, you're so
sparkle.
hot.
Yeah.
And if you're 300 years old, why would you want to listen to the inane mammerings of a fucking high school person?
Dude, you'd be so bored of everything.
Like the totally on that Bretness side, and they're just like, "Fuck, I should get a steak and kill myself."
Yeah.
Fuck this.
So I just Googled this, okay? This is astonishing. So Twilight, the series, grossed over $5.28 billion This came out in 2008. That's fucking insane.
That's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah, and I like your version better.
And mine will probably only because it doesn't appeal to, like, we'll laugh, we'll giggle our little bums off, but then like no one will find it nearly as funny as like this movie that costed $20 million to make. That's a very low budget. It made a grand total of $800,000. It was a fucking failure.
Imagine if you used like, I don't know. I'm trying to think like not attractive people in it. You know what I mean? Do you think it would have made $5.2 billion?
No, we go down to the satellite. We're through casting call.
So, dude, to put this in perspective, the greatest movie of all time, Jaws, only made $477 million.
Yeah, but that was in the
That's
70s, right?
Taking into account inflation. And
Can you do that for me? Do you
Yeah,
have
it
an
actually
let me calculate.
it comes out to 16 billion. I did it in my head.
So,
Dan's a mathematician.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's not that good of a movie. RoboCop is better, just so you know.
So, me and Dan are having an argument that he thinks RoboCop is a better movie than Jaws. And then he said Jaws isn't real. And I'm like, what the fuck did you just say? He thinks RoboCop is real and that great white sharks aren't real.
Okay, let me preface.
Okay, let's clarify some shit here.
Okay,
let's go.
Okay, in Wyoming, how often am I going to run into a killer fish?
At the lake, you might.
But the reality is not this big ass fucking great.
Are you going to run into RoboCop at
bear
the
with
Smiths
me.
or
Bear
something?
with me. I'm gonna run into I'm gonna run into one of those things, and both of those, a cop. And if I live long enough, I guarantee there'll be some type of sentient robot police officer that's roaming the streets looking for me. Because by that time, I'm gonna have no fucks to give.
I can see your point in this situation, but the thing is they don't live in Wyoming in the movie. They live next to the ocean, so that is something they have to worry about. It's like us having to worry about the Dutton Ranch, you know. so exactly. So if you put it in perspective, like one person lives, you know, next to the ocean, you're gonna worry about sharks. And
yeah, dude, you
so
hit the swell
exactly.
raw?
If we lived, you know, so RoboCop was like in the city, you know what I mean, and it was 2024, I think. when they were in the future from the time RoboCop was made, I think it was like, I don't know, 2050, somewhere in there. Then yeah, we probably would have to worry about RoboCop, and
You don't know,
maybe not as much Jaws because
all the fish will be dead.
All the fish will be dead.
and
So
I'll probably,
yeah.
Detroit
So
will
you
be
kind of have to look
Mecca.
at it in the same sense.
I was thinking something. What if fucking the Duttons hired RoboCop as their personal security guard?
Yeah.
Rip.
And then Rip got pissed.
Oh.
You know, and then it was a feud between RoboCop and Rip. You know,
Well,
That's a whole nother
And then
movie.
then they fought in the
RoboCop
big
versus.
corral, you know. They just dusted each other up. You know.
And then you see, after the fight, they're all beat to shit, and then the camera just turns to the left, and all you see is Tom Jeffries' eyes under a haystack, looking over.
Yeah. They're like, Tom, I told you couldn't watch. Get back to tending the anteaters.
All Rip does is he snaps, and all the fucking anteaters come out out of the woodworks.
Yeah. Yeah,
They're all like
RoboCop's
staring at him.
Stop touching me.
You will be arrested.
Say Sunday says.
You will go back
He just
to.
grabs one and pulls it in half. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the koala bears are like, yeah, fuck those anteaters, man. We gotta go. We're in a tournament with them in a couple weeks.
I don't. Never mind. I just hate the Duttons so much now that this has been a prevalent thing.
Yeah, hopefully they listen to this and they just really get fucking upset, you know?
And
then,
sue us.
Yeah.
They'll,
just really-
no, they'll have another shitty season. And
You know what? I'll be like, you know what? Let's do a thing, right? We'll stop talking about you guys if Rip can beat all three of us up at once. then we won't talk any more shit.
The-
Because that dude is an actor. He's
Yeah,
not
but
tough.
they'll have another
So,
season.
like, that's not Rip.
Yeah, but
like
they'll have
Tom Jeffries are all out, and we have to fight Tom Jeffries.
They'll have a season, and they'll have characters based off of us, and he just mops the fucking floor with all three of them.
We'll be in the local fucking watering hole.
Yeah,
we'll be
just
at
like-
the satellite, just fucking getting all liquored up.
And he'll say
Fucking
something-
Rip, kick the goddamn door in.
He'll say something stupid like, "Oh, do you guys suck dick?" And then we'll be like, "Maybe, what's up?" And then he beats the shit out of us.
Yeah. And I'd be like,
We don't tend kindly to your type around
like
here.
yeah, dance on stick. Kick his ass, Rip. I got some pool to play. I'm in a pool tournament.
Don't rock the jukebox.
Yeah,
Literally.
Jesus fucking Christ, Rip.
Snowflame is his nickname.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. Fuck Rip. If he wants some shit, fucking bring it on.
I think you could take him.
I know. I'll fight him in the corral. I'll corral fight that.
I don't think you have a choice at that point.
Yeah.
Like,
You know
it's
what?
on. Like,
Tom Jeffries, special guest referee. I'll have Tom Jeffries train me in the choke slam.
the best thing to do would be to take him to the Tacoma Dome,
Yeah, dude. Just
on a
sell
Saturday
tickets.
night.
They're like, it's only $3 to watch Rip and this other dude fight.
This random guy.
Yeah. They're like, what the fuck? Everyone's in the fucking parking lot just
Yeah.
drunk and fuck.
Free hot dogs. And
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
They're like, what the fuck is going on?
if you hit him in the belt buckle, it's like a cowboy reset button. If you didn't know.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, try it next time you're fighting a cowboy.
I don't think that would work, Dan.
Well, you're gonna have to let me know.
Are you like trying to set me up for something?
No, I would never do that.
Break my knuckle?
Next time I go down to the
Like,
satellite, I'll invite
Rip,
you.
what is your goddamn belt buckle made out of? Fucking kryptonite?
Made of
Fucking
adamantium.
Yeah.
Made out of Wolverine's bones.
He's like, yeah, I killed Wolverine, motherfucker. Dick sucking faggot. Like, God, man, is everyone just dick sucker to you?
Well,
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
The one episode I ended up watching, he said something along those lines about the guys. I think it was the Hattie War or something like that. Never mind. Never mind.
So I had a thing about that is, people, when you wear your hat, you wear it normally, let's say. But when people are about, like, if they're so serious, they turn their hat backwards.
Oh,
That
over
means
the
it's
top.
it's
So I got,
it's on. You know what I mean?
I did this that movie came out when I was a kid,
Uh-huh.
and then some other kid and me were about to get in a fight, and I was like, I need strength,
Yeah.
and I turned my hat around, and then it really didn't do anything because
No.
he kicked the dog shit.
No, it's like
Yeah,
plus,
but it's
plus 10 power.
But it's something like, yeah, exactly. But you think
need
it
a
is,
booster.
right? It's like, man, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're getting serious, you're turning the hat around.
Yeah.
You know what I
The
mean?
hat's going fucking back.
But the thing back in the day, like when they used to fight in the streets in the 1800s and 1900s, they'd have them really nice top hats, and they would be like, "Excuse me, sir, I need to put my top hat to the side." And they're like, "Come on, you see, let's fight."
Didn't they just duel? They'd shoot at each other? And
Well, yeah, in the West, but I'm talking like maybe, a street brawl.
Like
you know,
Philadelphia.
yeah,
or something.
Philadelphia, they took their top hat out and
They
they
just
put it.
put their dukes
Come
up.
on now, you see, let's get after it. I'm gonna punch you right in the kisser.
Like now they would just 14 dudes just beat the fuck out of that motherfucker.
Out of the woodworks,
Yeah.
they come out of everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, why'd you fucking beat him up? They're like, I don't know. I just seen you guys beating him up.
I didn't like how he looked.
He looked like he was like Donald Trump or something. I'm gonna punch that.
Make
motherfucker.
America great.
Yeah.
I got in an argument the other night when we were watching the fights over that. The guy, we were hanging out with a mutual friend, and he turned to some random dude, and he's like, I bet Donald Trump's a pussy because he grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth. And you thought the other guy's head would have exploded by this whole idea of a rich person not being competent in defending themselves just because he's a fucking,
Yeah.
you know, MAGA or whatever silliness that is. But
Really?
yeah, I thought you overheard that conversation. Because, like,
was
I can't remember who it was, but it was...
it the dude yelling, "Sugar, sugar"?
No.
Sugar.
No.
Like they were like,
Oh, I forgot
he
about-
trained him or something. He just couldn't make the fight.
You're talking about the guy who had his phone up and he was, like, on a
Yeah,
live call
like-
with his cousin or
Yeah.
something.
I'm like, yeah. He's like, I trained him, but he only had 3 spots open. We had one for the cut man.
And Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm like, fuck, dude, relax. Like, he can't hear you.
That's how he won.
Yeah, that dude was yelling. That's right. Yeah,
Just
you're
give him
right.
extra power to knee in Cheeto Vera's face.
Yeah. He was open for the knee. I told him. He was wide open for it.
And then he went home and beat that girl he was with.
Imagine RoboCop in the UFC. That'd be good.
Oh.
Yeah, but he couldn't have all his metal and shit. You know.
No, that was the thing. He'd be like,
I want to see.
and then, like,
Why don't we put politicians in like the UFC? You know what I mean? And then they have to fight.
Oh, 80-year-old men beat each other.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
so we'll vote for them to get to the top 2, and then the motherfuckers got to fight.
Yeah,
That's exactly.
I think that's the way it should be.
Yep,
The
I
only-
think so too.
the
Even
only
if it's a
injury-
chick against a dude, that's how
Yeah,
it fucking
but-
Yeah,
works.
that's the district. You
Yeah.
know, Republican, Democrat,
That chick better get
liberal,
better get tough. Yeah, she better fucking
independent,
Yeah.
Tacoma Dome.
Tacoma Dome. The final brawls at the Tacoma Dome.
Tacoma
Watch
Domes.
District 12 versus
Trump versus Biden.
District 11.
Primaries,
Let's get down to the
2025.
business.
Hurry up, Tom Jefferson is getting ready to start this fucker on fire. He's pissed. Hastings shut down.
Oh, Hastings. I love that place. That was a great store.
Was there anything comparable to it other than
There's just random shit. That's just made it.
Blockbuster or like mom and
Gabe.
pops?
What is this? Su Wukong, the Monkey King from China.
Oh. So
I
I
gotta
thought.
hear this.
Okay. So I guess so there's a lot of information on this. I guess so Su Wukong, sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly for our Chinese listeners. He
Well,
was
we don't have any. The
this
closest is Bangladesh.
so he was kind of like Glampus, right? He was this like mythical creature from back in the day who was they considered the Monkey King, and I guess he helped somebody get out of prison or something like that. There's a whole backstory on it, and then, but anyways, there's a place there in China where you can, it's basically like you get a job where you dress up as this Monkey King, and people feed you. You're in this like little cave for 3 hours, and there's a little hole where you poke your head out, and people are feeding you, and that's the whole job. And you make, I think it was upwards towards 1,000 a month to be this character, and you have this full costume and everything.
Do you have to eat whatever?
Yeah, whatever they give, whatever they give
That
you.
would kind of suck. The dude would give you a cigarette, be like, wow.
Yeah, the video I saw was there was all these little kids, and they're just like shoving
Ew.
food in this fucking poor guy's mouth,
They're like, I'm allergic to onions.
but they're like all
Oh,
happy to
boy.
do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
This is a Chicago dog.
I guess you do it for like 3 hours at a time, and then I guess they put in a new guy
Are you
or something
wearing
like
Bad
that.
for
Are you wearing
1,000
makeup?
Yeah, 1,000 a month.
Dude,
They had the guy had just a costume
So
and
it's
then
just
like
this
a little.
filthy costume covered in food.
dude, I might fly to Shanghai.
It's like
or wherever the
Disneyland
fuck that is.
almost.
Like a really unfortunate Disneyland.
They're like, the kids are like, Dad, where are you going? I gotta go to my other job in China.
Yeah.
for this
I'm Su
month.
Wong Ku
Yeah.
or Su Wong Kong. Yeah, I'm
I gotta eat papaya and cigarettes.
and ramen.
Well, there's always that one asshole putting something like laxatives or something in your food.
Yeah.
He's all, teeth all open up and he puts eye drops in your
And you
mouth.
can't come out of character, you know.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to shit. You gotta shit your costume because there's no bathroom
It
break.
just seems like I know what you're talking about by the Monkey King from a couple movies I've seen, but I'm seeing like he's got this crappy thrown together outfit on and it's fake fur on his face and it's just caked in like peanut butter and barbecue
lemur
ranch.
He's definitely earning his
and
money.
It stinks and they only wash it once a week and then he's like
And
on
it's
his
sweaty
break.
and hot.
Yeah, and he's like miserable and he's like, fuck, I got 15 minutes and he goes and takes a bunch of shots or something. He's just drunk and then he swings his staff around or something.
Gremlin smokes cigarettes like 3 at a time. We're trying to get as many in as possible.
And these poor kids have to take like pictures with him and stuff like that. And he smells awful.
He smells like cigarettes and raw
Smells like a
food.
lemur.
He has the lemur stink
He's
on
probably
him.
not even. He's probably a Chinese dissident, and that's his punishment for
Yeah.
going against the regime.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, dude. I might volunteer for that.
Yeah, check it out.
3 hours a day for
Depends
a
on
month?
what you're eating.
Yeah.
And I don't know the exchange ratio from, I think it's yen. Is it yen
No.
or won?
Yen, yeah. Chinese.
Yen's Japanese and won is
Yen's
South
Japanese.
Korean. Yeah,
So what is Chinese?
Yen.
Chung.
I can't remember.
I just said it.
What?
It's yen.
No, yen's Japanese.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
We
I'm
got
not sure.
got these devices right near us to tell us. But
But we need
No.
to figure it out on
I'm
our
gonna
own.
use my brain.
I think it's just the
They're
Chinese
pesos.
dollar. The Chinese
They're
dollar.
pesos.
It's pesos.
Yep.
Everything's in pesos.
Bought.
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
How many
Yeah.
Bitcoin do we shove this cigarette in your mouth? I don't know, 0.000003? That'll work.
It's won.
Is it one?
You're trying to act smarter
I'm
than
not.
us.
Wuhan.
No, I just.
So I was trying to think of a game, but I could only think of one thing because I was thinking of Jaws. Who do you think could win in a fight? Jaws, the crocodile from Lake Placid, and 2 anacondas from Anaconda.
Ooh.
I'm giving the anaconda double anaconda.
Can I throw something in there?
Mm-hmm.
What about the Meg, or Meg, or
I
whatever?
think Meg would just eat them all.
Yeah, that's not really.
That's
fair
not
'cause
fair. Okay.
The mouth size isn't equal for the Meg. It's bigger than all of them, so they wouldn't be able.
We could do. What else could we do? Maybe like a big octopus or something. No, because
Is there a big octopus movie?
there was one I remember on HBO a long time ago, and I would fall asleep before the octopus would come out. You know.
Octopuses are fucking weird.
So what do you think, guys? Jaws, it's a crocodile from Lake Placid, and dual wielding anacondas from Anaconda.
Jaws.
That's what I think.
Right out the gate. Confident answer. Jaws is
How
going
do you
to
think this
destroy
fight
them
would
all.
go down? Okay, it's a triple threat match.
Okay.
How do you think this fight will go down? Because it's water. Do you think the anaconda could maybe get out a little bit?
I think the anaconda is going to have a good chance at taking
But
out
they can't
some
get
shit.
bit.
Yeah,
It's
once
over
they're bit, they're done.
Yeah.
So that's the problem with the anaconda. And if you got 2 anacondas, you're going to have a little bit of hard time because they're coming from different directions. But the only problem is the crocodile has such strong skin that anaconda is not going to bite through that skin or the shark skin.
Do you think the anacondas and the dual wielding anacondas and the crocodile being reptiles will form a team and try to take out the great
Ooh,
white?
that's
from Jaws?
probably their best option, is
Do
my
you think
guess.
they'll do a pack? They'll swim around and just do.
But
you
then,
know,
but then in the end, who's going to dominate each other? Because there's got to be one winner. There's only one winner coming out of this.
So I was thinking, like, if we could think of one more, the triple threat matches are weird because, like, it's either 2-on-1. It's never 1-1-1-1. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So if we could do like a fatal 4-way, if we can find one more animal that's comparable to these.
I don't know any other
Water animals.
water
What
animal
about Moby
movies.
Dick?
Yet again, it's like the Meg. It's not fair.
It's
not
massive.
that big.
It's that
Moby-
big.
Well, the
compared to Jaws?
dude lived inside the well.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? He had a
Okay.
light and everything in there.
That's a Bible story, I think.
Moby Dick was
Moby Dick's
not in the Bible.
Oh, you're thinking either Pinocchio or
No, Moby Dick. The guy lived inside Moby Dick.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, his name was fucking Ahab.
He didn't live inside. You're thinking there's a Bible story about a guy living inside of a well.
I don't know, but
Everyone
I'm
knows
pretty
the
sure.
Bible's fake.
You know.
Yeah,
Moby
Moby
Dick's
Dick's real. Ahab was real. Jaws was real.
Jaws was real,
How
dude.
big of dick do you think Moby Dick's dick was?
Probably a good 5-6 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
Was Roy Scheider?
No, dude. Dan, come on. Jaws was real.
It was
Block Island, Long Island, there was a shark that ate like 3 people, and that's what Peter Benchley based the book off of. Can you say the same about RoboCop?
No, because it hasn't happened yet. It was clairvoyance. He saw the future.
Okay, all right. I won't argue with that.
But the winner of your contest of champions, as far as predators, is probably going to be the Lake Placid.
Okay, you think?
He made a good point. It has thick skin.
You don't think Jaws could bite through that?
I think he'll just be like, I'm going to let Jaws wear himself out with these anacondas. He'll go up on shore, and it'll come back, and then Jaws will be all tuckered out, and he'll just go up and take a big old bite out of him, and it's like, maybe he'll even pull him off to some shallow part, because a shark can't work its magic in a shallow part.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
true.
And anacondas all day.
I think you're underestimating Jaws, but
Shark needs like a build up. It needs to get its speed going. It couldn't.
yeah, I know. But like shark, he can take you to the depths, so he can
The
go
shallows.
He can go way deep where that crocodile's just like, I'm only on the top, you know, and then
Is this it? Like SeaWorld?
Tacoma Dome.
That
We're
Tacoma.
gonna put a big tank in there.
That's the thing. Like, if the crocodile takes the shark out of the water, he's fucked, right? The shark's done.
I don't think
If the shark can take the crocodile into the shallows, over.
Yeah, and I think that he can drag him down. The whole thing he's got to worry about is I don't think the anacondas can go that. They can't go.
They
that
can't
deep.
go that deep.
And I don't think the thing is the anacondas wrap up on
Yeah,
Jaws.
they gotta constrict.
Yeah.
And if
So-
they get too much in them, they'll actually blow up.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying they're out instantly.
Well, I mean, it's a good, foil to the plan of a straight up duel between the Lake Placid crocodile and Jaws. From
Just
Jaws
throw some variables in there, like pygmy people. Like throwing.
in cages.
Yeah. They're throwing little pieces of meat out for Jaws to get tired on, and then the Lake Placid crocodile comes out and destroys.
Who's the captain in Jaws?
Quint.
Quint. You need him. You need him involved to take out Jaws. So the crocodile before the match starts, right? The crocodile calls up Quint and says, "Listen, I got a fucking match going on
Fucking
against
cheater,
Jaws." Yeah, well,
That's
he
cheating.
doesn't give a fuck, right? You know what I mean? It's
He
like
has that old lady actually calling him.
chop, 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 chop.
The old lady from Lake Placid.
Yeah, the one that feeds him the cows.
See, instead I was thinking of the alligator for Fern Gully.
Oh.
Yeah, this big
Yeah.
flamboyant alligator cousin or something was like, yeah, I'm gonna call up Clan.
Oh, he's one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah. Totally.
Forgot about Fern Gully.
yeah.
That's way old.
Sorry.
Jesus, how old are you, Dan?
Did they make a Fern Gully too?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there was
Gosh dang it. What the fuck?
sometimes when I get really high, which I don't do anymore, I'll watch all the follow-up movies. Like all dogs
They need
go
to
to heaven for.
stop that.
So that's like, so Gabe was saying how much movie critics suck. So we're gonna do we can do movie reviews on here.
Mm-hmm. The reason why I said that was so I was thinking about that. I'm like, the top. Hold on one second. I gotta pull this up because it really bugged me a lot when I saw this. Okay, so this was the top 25 movies, or the top 25 years of movies over the last 25 years. Rotten Tomatoes came out with this. Okay. The number one movie in the last 25 years was Mad Max Fury Road.
Jesus fucking God.
Over 25 years. That is fucking ridiculous.
What do they
number
mean
2?
by number 1? Like, I thought
Steel
Avatar.
Magnolias?
I thought Avatar was like, is it saying the one that made the most money or number 1 in as far as a good movie?
This is just critics.
Good movie.
This is just Rotten Tomatoes
Really?
posted this. Yeah. This is over the last 25 years.
That blows my
Okay, so
fucking
number
autistic
2,
mind.
number 2 was Parasite.
That one was pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah,
if it's
but
number
number 2 in the last 25 years.
No, mine would be fucking number 2. What about 6 Cents?
I think that was earlier than 25.
Fuck, you're right.
I want to say that was in the 90s.
I'm just going with like fucking twists, you know. Because Parasite had a pretty good twist in the end, but I mean, fuck.
I just don't see. I don't know. I don't see
Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, as number 1.
A goddamn prequel, or was it a sequel? It was a prequel.
Prequel, yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. You cannot put that
I'm never
above
trusting Rotten
the
Tomatoes shit
original
ever
Mad
fucking
Max.
again.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Those guys fucking suck. If you're hearing this, Rotten Tomatoes, wherever you're at, Los Angeles, fuck you. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. How do you believe this shit?
Bear with what's the worst movie ever?
I don't know.
Because if it's
a good
something,
one.
then it might be something Tyler's like, this is the best fucking movie I ever saw. Fuck you twice, Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, well... Yeah.
So you wanted me to continue? Number 3 was Mulholland Drive.
I didn't really dig that. It was too...
Is that the one where the dude fucked
I can't remember
his
it that
mom
well.
and his wife?
No, that's Old Boy.
No, that was fucking goddamn...
Old Boy was good.
No, that was...
That was
not
fucked
Old Boy,
up.
it's Topanga Canyon or something.
Topanga Canyon.
It's called oh my god, he fucks his mom and no, they don't.
What kind of movies are you watching?
Good Rotten Tomato ones.
Topanga Canyon was a porn.
Mulholland Drive was,
that was Topanga Canyon.
It wasn't really a good movie, but it had a great bass line in the back. What?
2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Yeah, that was a great one, Tyler. Yeah.
Where did Rotten Tomatoes have that?
Yeah, they don't got that on there.
Dickheads.
What was that? What was after Mulholland?
Okay, The Dark Knight.
Okay, I can see that.
That was pretty good. But number 4? Would you throw that on number 4?
You know what? Maybe we need to make our own.
Yeah, I honestly think, because that was a shocker to me that those were the top 4.
What's 5?
5, I've never heard of this movie. Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
What is that, a foreign fucking film? Jesus Christ.
I don't know what this is, but it sucks.
You gotta watch those long title films.
I know, and that's the problem. Is those are the ones that are up for like
they just
the best
the motherfucker
picture.
has the camera in the same spot the whole fucking time. You're like, oh, God,
and it's all in
good
French subtitles.
cinematography,
You know,
man. Hey, you're really kicking fucking ass. All you gotta do is hold it there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got to say, Dan?
No, I was actually agreed, and I hate agreeing with you on anything.
Yeah. I hate when you agree with me.
This is another one that was kind of shocking. They put Matrix at number 9.
The first Matrix?
Mm-hmm. Which, if you want to, within this time frame, Matrix was probably, I would say, top 5.
So Matrix came out in like 96, 97, right?
1999.
Oh, okay. So I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember So would you take the red pill or the blue pill? What?
Both.
Yeah, that's
Take
what
them
my
both.
brother
Yeah.
said. Fucking
I'd probably
hammer
snort
down.
one of them
Yeah.
and then take the other.
I would be with fucking
Maybe.
with Shadow Flame or what's his name?
I would.
We'd bust them out, just mix them up, and fucking.
I would take them anally.
The suppository.
I would make fucking sugar. What's his name?
Which
Snow
one?
Flame.
Sugar Flame.
I make Sugar
If
Flame.
you take it as a
Sword off my
suppository,
dick.
your new name is Shame Flame.
Sugar Flame Mosley.
Yeah, Sugar Flame. Get over here, Sugar Flame. Snort this red blue pill off my dick.
So what would you say your top movie would be? I know you said Jaws, okay, but
25 years.
25 years. I was trying to think of this when I was going through this.
You go first. We'll do a snake draft of movies.
I can't really, because the movies I like to watch over and over again are far older than 25
Yeah,
years old.
that's my problem too.
And it's not because they're good movies. It's because there's some small little detail to where
You know, I really like that Everything Everywhere All at Once. I really
I
thought
haven't
that
finished yet. So
I thought that was a really innovative movie that was like different from everything else. It wasn't total Hollywood like remaking some fucking shit. I thought that was a really.
What
good
was that one?
one.
Say it again.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Dang,
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
it's got the kid from the Goonies, Booby Twat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He came back, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he made a comeback.
I just
Yeah.
can't remember his name. I'm just using that as a reference. But him and what's her name?
The Monkey
Is it
King.
Michelle Yeoh?
Yeah, she was from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, and and I've only seen half of it, but he's right. It's a good flick.
Dude, it's good.
Wasn't
It's
that
fucking
another
like-
porno too?
Yeah. If you want it to be, yeah, it's totally a porno.
You know what? This is off topic, but there's movies that don't hold up like you thought were hilarious back in the day. Like I used to think, for instance, like Orgasmo was fucking hilarious. And then I rewatched it recently, and
Really? I'm gonna have to do that because I thought it was great.
yeah, and then I rewatched it, and I was like, wow, maybe my sensibilities have changed, but it doesn't hold up quite as much as it used
No
to.
shit, huh?
Yeah.
One movie or a couple movies, because there was a sequel to it, and I just watched it the other night, was Hot Shots. The first one, I haven't got to the second one yet, but I've watched this so many times, but it held up, and it was great.
Is the shit,
It
yeah.
was so funny, and I couldn't stop laughing at everything.
We watched Dumb and Dumber the other night, and it's just fucking
It's
gold.
just so
filled in
good.
Pure gold.
I wonder where that is on the old list, where it's all.
I would put that in the top 10.
I would
for
too.
Sure. But,
Yeah.
But I don't think it came out. It was pre 1999.
Yeah, you're right.
95 or 94. Or...
94-ish.
I remember me and my brother watched this movie called Clifford. Do you remember that movie?
With the big dog?
No.
The serial killer.
No. Jesus Christ, there's more. There's a serial.
Yeah,
No,
Clifford was the big red dog.
Yeah, but there was this. It was just this guy like at this. I think it had Jason Schwartzman in it, if you can believe that, a long time ago. No, that was Rushmore.
The Rushmore,
Never mind.
yeah.
This was called Clifford, dude. I'm telling you, it was funny. And then our cousin was like, "No, you guys got to see Dumb and Dumber." And then we watched it. And we're like, "Yeah, that's totally way more funnier."
Now I'm gonna go home tonight and look.
Clifford, huh?
Clifford, dude. It's about like it's almost like Problem Child. It's like this redheaded dude.
Oh, with Martin Short.
Yep.
Yep. And he's like on the plane, and he's just being
Yeah.
annoying as possible. I think it's Charles Grodin is his uncle.
Yeah, I don't know, but that sounds right.
Yeah.
1994.
There you go. See.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I can see it. I think I watched that a long time ago.
What are you guys thinking?
Clifford. Do.
Are you thinking that we damn straighten out of here?
What do you want to do, man? I got some other topics if you want to keep going.
Yeah.
We can take a break.
Let's have ourselves a piss break. Damn straight.
Damn straight.
Cheese. Everybody eat it. Everybody eat it.
I'm playing the rest of the cheese song for you guys. We're like a hockey team. We got 2 intermissions. And it's all Fred cheesing up, dog.
That beat is nice too.
Dude,
That's
we
a
need to
good
come up with
beat.
A beat like that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I know. It's fucking
We can beat some shit like that.
it's epic. It's an epic beat.
He's a good dancer too.
Yeah. Look at him go.
Alright, Fred.
So that's 15 years old,
Fred is?
that video. So
Yeah.
he's probably like got a couple kids now, and he's all burnt out and miserable. He's on his 2nd or 3rd marriage. And like the only thing that every now and then his kids, they like try to get back at him because he didn't make it to pick them up or something because he's busy with life, and they're like, "What are you doing? Record another stupid cheese song?"
Yeah. You made $30 off YouTube, Dad.
He's all, "Why can't you just love me?"
He's like the 2% that doesn't like cheese anymore because
He's sour
the
to cheese.
cheese song ruined him.
Cheese just fucking.
It
kicked
didn't
his
blow
ass.
up like he
Yeah.
wanted it to.
And his kids hate him, so every time like someone brings out like a patty melt or something like that, a little tear comes to their eye because they specifically asked for no cheese on it.
That's
Boy,
the
that
thing
was
though about
depressing. I'm sorry
one
to bother
hit
everyone
wonders, right?
Huh?
Like, do you think one hit wonder? There's probably a few bands out there that probably embrace that one hit, you know, but like I would say majority just gets fucking tired of it.
Yeah, because they're always like.
I mean, they're happy to
such a
make the
better
money.
Song, that
Yeah.
one song. Goddamn woman on fire in the South Courtyard. Or whatever the that fucking movie has to be a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but they're making all this money off of this one hit, right? Because it's like on movies, it's on
Dude, if it's-
commercials
if
and
it's big
shit like
enough,
that.
Man, there's no way you can be mad about
No,
it.
you can't be mad at it,
No,
right?
And then you're bored, you can go play at any state fair whenever you feel like.
Yeah, maybe the Tacoma Dome's having a
But
farmer's market.
you know,
or
there's
something.
some bands out there who are like, this hit should have been the fucking one hit wonder, not this one. You know, this one we didn't put a whole lot of effort in, but it fucking blew up.
What was Dan's one-hit wonder? Europe.
Oh, the
Final
final
Countdown?
countdown.
Final countdown.
Which, who knows, maybe they had other hits, but that's the only one.
That's the only one anyone remembers.
That the 2 songs I hate because they're it's just the repetition of them, or the final countdown and we built this city on rock and roll.
What band was that?
It was Jefferson Airplane, and then they changed their name to Starship or something like that
Yeah.
when they came back in the 80s.
When
and
the
it was
truth
like,
is found.
yeah, and it was like,
To be lies.
so if Creed just came back, maybe they'll have a big hit.
Oh,
Creed's creeping back. I seen that.
Yeah.
Fucking A. It's a fucking new world now, man. Creed's back.
Would you go to a Creed concert?
You know what? I probably fucking would, just to see what the fuck.
We'll go to the fair and check it out.
they'll be there. Yeah. They do their fair tour first, and then
Yeah.
they'll hit the big venue. Get through the.
You got to think, it's like there's, well, now we're fair people ages, I like to refer to them. So where you were in your 20s, your parents would get excited for some.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when Rat was big. They were something else, son. And then now you're at the age where you're seeing bands at a fair or something like that you're like, I don't want to tell the kids that I used to listen to this. And, be like some girls in her 40s or 50s, and she's like, oh, I'd still blow Gavin Rosdale behind the bleachers next to the chili dog car. or something like that.
So what I listened to when I was a kid from my parents was like the oldies but goodies. Like
Okay.
we're talking, like 50s music.
Fats Domino. That kinda,
Yeah. And so like I couldn't tell you the name of the band because there was so many of them back
Right.
in the day, but they would always have like
Working in a coal mine, going down, working in the coal mine.
there you go.
I really like that music though.
But yeah, you could know the lyrics to the song, but you may not know who the band was at that time.
Sugar.
Yeah. You are my candy girl.
And you
Which
got
I can't
me
think who
Yeah.
who sings.
There was one that was knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want to. Twice on the white pipe. Something like that. If the answer is no, they,
Oh my God.
they just fucking rocked for like
Yeah.
one song and they fucking threw it out there and everybody's like,
They
yeah.
rocked fucking goddamn Snow Flame, gave him some coke, and they fizzled out.
That was the thing. Like all these chicks were so fucking horny about like just getting out there, and then they would throw out like a little rock and roll and their just panties would drop right away from it.
Yeah, oh
It
fuck
was
yeah.
fucking on.
Just because the guy shook his hips.
Yeah, she gave him a little hip shaker.
Well, no. Now,
Speaking of hip shaker, if they put that new Elvis movie up in the fucking Rotten Tomatoes thing as a good movie, I want to fucking...
are you talking about the Elvis or the Priscilla one?
No, the Elvis one. The Priscilla one I haven't seen, but
It's.
Is it terrible?
No, it's not bad.
It's
just
not
the
bad.
Elvis one fucking sucked.
Yeah. What was
Yeah,
that?
whoever directed that, you fucking suck.
Boz Rubin. He'll fight
Yeah.
you. He's fought guys before that were
Has he?
critiquing him. Yeah.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah. I think.
I've got beat up by guys I've critiqued.
Maybe
I
we
don't-
can set it up,
Yeah, I
He
don't
really
see
has that
Elvis
Boz
on here.
Lure, man, or is that...
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
there was a website, what was it called? Somethingawful.com. And one of the contributors to it would sit there and troll him nonstop, and then said he would fight him, and he never thought that the guy would reply back. Well, they actually had a fight in a cage, and they promoted it. So maybe... this is probably 15 to 20 years ago.
Oh, I only fight at my home field. It's the Tacoma Dome.
Yeah, in the Tacoma Dome.
Yeah. So if he wants to do that, we can totally
We can
fight.
get down.
We'll show up one night to Tyler's house and you see him in the garage punching a fucking mattress or something. It's like, what are you doing? He's drunk. I'm getting ready for the fight. I'm gonna kick the shit out of that old man.
Yeah. If I lose, I have to watch that movie over and over and over.
So, never mind. I think you didn't pay money to go see it in the theater, did you?
Okay, so I'm gonna throw this out there. Me and Katie went, and it was the first movie I ever walked out of the theater at in my
Wow.
life.
Holy cow.
I was like, "This is horrible."
Oh, about what part did you get to before you walked out?
Maybe him and fucking Tom Hanks on the fucking merry-go-round being fucking.
Before he became famous.
It was right. It was right before he went to the war, I think. Or
Right.
Yeah, right then.
Okay. No, I paid to see it too, but I was too stubborn to. So I sat there and walked out.
You
Or at
fought
least-
through it. I was out of popcorn.
the only one I
Yeah.
walked
Let's
out
get the
of.
fuck out
I
of here.
walked out of Wonka a couple months ago.
Dude, that one sucked.
You
I
paid
don't- I
you
didn't
paid
know-
to go watch
I
it?
didn't know it was a musical,
Oh.
and
What?
I just watched that the other night with my kids because they wanted to watch it, and it was on sale on Amazon. It was like $12
And what
rather
was
than
it?
24. Yeah,
maybe I'm just such a hardliner because of Gene Wilder. You can't compare it to that.
you can't
So
compare it.
if
to
you
the
had a
first
creepy
one.
little kid that was kind of like him, I'd be like, yeah, I can get it. But this Timothy Chalamet, he just don't have that charisma.
I'm sorry, Gene Wilder was awesome.
Dude, I liked
Blazing
Dune, though.
Saddles.
I like Dune.
Blazing Saddles was awesome.
Fuck yeah, it was.
Gene Wilder was so good.
You kind
Young
of have Gene Wilder
Frankenstein.
hair.
A little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
he's kind of like, I can see like enjoying being around him. There's a big difference.
Gabe, tell me about these mattresses.
All right, it's not. It's just. It was just a thought in my head. I was like, I was watching TV and a commercial came on for, like, I don't remember which mattress company it was, but you also see like ads and stuff like that. But like, you have a mattress and then all, like, everybody's, hanging out on it and your kids are jumping around on it and they're rubbing their face all in it. But I was thinking to myself, I'm like, would they be doing all this if they happened to know what happened the night before in that mattress? All the dirty stuff that happened with the wife and the husband the night before in this mattress. And you got the dogs and the kids, they're all happy jumping around on this mattress.
Well, it depends on the household.
Yeah.
Now that you got me thinking about it, I'm never staying at your place.
Well, I'm not going to invite you on my mattress, first off.
I'd just be like, we got a guest bed. And I'm like, where was that bed before?
What do you think? Is Tom Jeffries married?
No,
he's not married.
He's not married.
He met a girl once, but she...
Did he meet her at the Rainbow fucking Gathering or something?
No, he met her at Hastings because she worked in the coffee shop too.
Oh, what was their favorite? Their common bond?
They liked anime or something, and then they had favorite manga characters, and then.
Oh, he's into anime, huh?
Yeah, but she
Okay.
got sent to a special home, and so it ruined the romance.
What'd she get pregnant and then she
No.
she had to be banished?
So,
She
what do you think
had-
Tom and his girlfriend's mattress looked like?
I think
Did they bang? Did he bang her?
I think she'd
Did
come
Tom
over.
live in Imperial Apartments?
He lived near the samurai.
Yeah.
The Imperial wedding murderer.
He's like,
And I think he just had a pull-out couch, and he didn't really have a proper mattress. But they were such innocent people. They just sit there and like nerd out to the new anime and manga.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty innocent. And like one time she like
did he rub her belly? Or anything?
she glanced his penis and he got all really excited, and then she kind of went into like an autistic terror, and then started screaming and making noises, and then her family, they didn't want to deal with it anymore, so they sent her to a kind of a convalescent home. It's a sad story.
They gave her a lobotomy, and that was it.
Yeah, so she's like eats peanut butter every day out of the jar with the butter knife.
God, I fucking
Damn.
envy her.
It's a sad story.
I love peanut butter.
Fuck me too.
It's
Like
so
Tom
good.
hopes to like make a comeback at the Tacoma Dome.
Does Tom visit her?
No, but he sends her. He'll like cut things out of a magazine, almost like a
Like J.C. Penney magazine?
Yeah, but it's like, and he'll make weird little messages and stuff. It's like reminiscent of a ransom note, but it's like supposed to be endearing. And he'll send
He
it.
cuts little letters out of
Yeah.
magazines.
Yeah,
Okay.
and hearts and manga characters, and sends them to
Holy
her.
fuck.
But she don't know how to read, so she just like sits there, stares at it. So she
He?
doesn't even know it's from Tom.
Tahi.
The Lloyd. Really?
I don't know.
What's Tom Jeffries' girlfriend's name?
Something like Rachel or
That's way too... No.
Patty. A Patty.
Like Eleanor.
Yeah,
Eleanor.
Eleanor
Okay.
Patrickson.
Eleanor Patrickson was Tom Jeffries' girlfriend. She got sent away for being a retard.
Wow. She's just different. Sitting there in her lonely padded cell.
Now Tom is so fucking sad. He burns railroad ties. Fuck. And throws them at the Tacoma Dome.
At the Dutton Ranch.
He's at the Dutton Ranch now. gonna burn that fucker down. If Rip don't stop being an asshole.
A lot of rage in this man. A lot of rage.
That was pretty good.
You should write a
Yeah.
Happy Tyler song the next episode. I mean, not Tyler. I mean,
Tom Jeffries?
Tom Jeffries.
Yeah, so, no, I'm just saying, we're on his arc, his story arc, you know?
Yeah. Piecing things together. I kind of picture Tom Jeffries as meeting a lady like Adrian from Rocky.
Okay, so I didn't.
You know what I mean? Maybe not.
And he's got,
What's her name that he can yell out?
Maybe not such a just a
generic.
A woman that's got her brain taken out, you know. Maybe she didn't have a lobotomy, so.
Or she's like a.
Like she's kind of like, you know, she's off a little, obviously, because she likes Tom, but she just kind of keeps to herself. She works, you know, at the at the local pet store.
The library.
The library. Local pet store.
She tripped on like one of the turtles at the pet store, banged her head really hard, and now she's a little, you know, slow per se.
Dingy.
Why can't she just like Tom for who he is, you know?
She did.
Yeah, man, it's like, you know, that's the whole story, you know? And maybe, like, Tom becomes this just crazy, badass superhuman, and there's some way he gets to, like, Germany, and they have, like, science that he finds deep in the Alps that can transform her brain into liking him again. And that's his whole you know?
That's his whole...
And then, like, Snowflame and Hemogoblin and fucking Codpiece are trying to fucking stop him.
That way, to remind you of one simple fact about Tom. He's a glumpus.
Yeah.
So he's a big dummy. He's not gonna figure any of this out.
I know, but he's gonna get a fucking...
He falls
sidekick.
into it. He falls into it,
He'll
just not like...
Someone's like, Tom, you look real sad. What's the problem? He's like, oh, Miss Adrian, she's a smart lady. They're like, oh my goodness, I have a cousin that works in the Swiss Alps in this place that used to be ran by a guy called Hitler, and I just happened to, and it falls in his lap, and then she comes back, but she's so smart she doesn't like Tom anymore. He's like double sad, and then he flips out and he destroys not only the Dutton Ranch, but there's no more shark and alligator fights at the Tacoma.
That's the happy ending. He destroys the Dutton Ranch.
But do you want him to destroy the Tacoma Dome? Because then you won't have anywhere to wrestle.
No.
Yeah. No. Yeah, we got to leave the Tacoma Dome alone.
Leave the Tacoma Dome alone.
Yeah.
Don't fucking burn it down, Tom Jeffries. Alright. Well, you guys good? We calling it down?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we went over some good topics today.
Ready, Dan? Do it with me. Damn straight. Straight. Take a bubble bath, you wake up, you're 16 years old, and you go in your fucking room, jack off.
All right. See you later, Tyler.
Later.
See you, Dan.
Later.
Tranquility Base.